Hey everybody, I'm going to try and see if I can get a video of this lab rocking and rolling for you all. Organic lab, you do need to read all of this piece. I'm not going to take time in this video, make it any longer reading this all. This is all just background information about organic chemistry. We turn it over, and the procedure page is blank. Okay, so I want to go through real quick what you need to know to make sure this lab is successful, and then I'm going to do 1 page per video. All right? All right, so first thing you need to know. Black sphere is carbon. So write that in that page. The black sphere is carbon. Okay. A small white sphere is hydrogen. You tell that's white? Yeah. Well, see a shadow, but it's white. Okay. Small white sphere is hydrogen. A red sphere will have 2 holes in it. You'll see it because it'll make 2 bonds. This is oxygen. Red is oxygen. So now we have carbon, hydrogen, which is the bulk of everything we're going to do. We'll see a little bit of oxygen later on. Blue, 3 holes. This is nitrogen because nitrogen makes 3 bonds. And there is a small green one with just 1 hole. And this is going to be chlorine or any aldehyde. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not any aldehyde, any halide. Close. It's early in the morning. I don't believe we'll be using the others, but I do have a yellow one for sulfur, but we won't be using this on anything. Okay, so these are what the modeling kit definition of elements are. Which sphere and which color goes with which element. And I just want to put this out there that when you draw these things, I don't want you to draw them in 3 dimensions. I want you to draw them just like you were drawing them in the practice packet, how I taught you to draw them. Okay, so when we get into drawing, you're just going to draw them like normal. Now I want to get to the part that is the most confusing for most students. There are generally 2 kind of bonds. So this bond is shorter, and this is our single bond. Okay, and we're going to use these extensively. And notice that this bond is a little bit longer. Now, I need 1 of these bonds. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I need 2 of these bonds to make a double bond. Okay, but I use the long ones to make the double bonds, and I'll show you what I mean. If I take a carbon and I want to happen to double bond it to another carbon like an alkene, right? I can use 2, and these guys are long enough that they bend. So that's how I make a double bond, and you're going to see this. So you'll be looking out for this, right? And in a single bond, I generally don't use these long ones because it makes the model look kind of goofy. If I'm going to single bond it, then I single bond my carbons. Okay? So these longer ones are for double bonds. I just need you to know that I still need 2 of them. 1 of them does not equal 2. Okay? There are these other little tiny baby bonds. I'll show you these quick before we get into this. There is a little baby bond. Now, the only time I'm going to use this is when I want to make something like this. When I want to make an OH. And I want to just put that OH just how I taught you how to put an OH on top. There's my oxygen and hydrogen. There's my OH, and this can sit on top, and I can make an alcohol. Okay, so I'm only going to use this for a functional group. Do I need to use it? Could I use a short single bond? Yes, I could use a short single bond. And if we were in class, I would teach you that this is the reason why I don't use them too much, because when I take them apart, you see how it's always stuck? And it's tough to get it out with just your fingers, so then you got to use the tool. And the tool will pop it right out of there for you. Okay? So there is a rundown of what's going to happen. And now I want to get right into the lab. So we are going to do in this video all of page 3. You see that this is where normally I would sign. So normally what you would do is see, okay, CH4, you would build that molecule, you would draw it, and then you would name it, and I would come by and check. And I would hold the molecule in my hand, I would name it, and then check on your paper to make sure the picture and your name is right, and then I would sign. That's how this would go. And most of you would do 2, 3 at a time to try to speed things along. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a model, and you are going to figure out which one of these on this page it is. So count up the carbons, count up the hydrogens, find out which one it matches, look at the bonding between the carbons, everything we've learned up to this point. So here, watch. Ready? Go. How many carbons, how many hydrogens, what is the bonding, which element am I, or which molecule am I talking about? Okay, I'm going to assume you've had enough time. I'm just going to just show you what I'm expecting now. This is what I was expecting you to do. My camera is showing the my desk, by the way, so it's tough for me to see what I'm recording. Okay, but this is what I'm expecting. 3 carbons, prop, single bonded, ane, just like you know to do. And this is the kind of picture I'm looking for. I'm not going to show you any more of these pictures. I'm going to expect that you can get it just from looking at that. So you ready for the next one? I'll give you a few minutes to figure out who and what it is. Look at the number of carbons. Look at the bonding between the carbons. Which one matches? What is its name? And draw it. Okay, so I think you got this one. Next one, I'm going to kind of tip my hand a little bit because I'm going to use all of these same pieces. Ready? And I'm going to simply do this. So watch, no pieces in my hands. And I'm just going to do this. Switch of this for this. There is your next molecule. Okay, and now I'm going to give you your next molecule. This particular molecule is on that page somewhere. It's up to you to figure out where it is, and you can see all of the elements present. And now for probably the easiest of all the molecules. Let's go with that. Okay, I got a feeling we're all set with this guy. And then the last one. Okay. How many carbons? How are they bonded? So I just want to try and make it so you can see all of it. I'll give you another few seconds on this one. All right, we should be all set. So there is the first page of the lab. I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to do one full video per page just to keep it, I don't know, manageable on your end so you don't get these 30, 40-minute videos. I don't want it to go too long. All right, so see you in the next video, next page.